Good morning. I'm attorney Gary Finklea from the Finklea Law Firm in Florence, South Carolina. Many times we get asked, what am I supposed to do if involved in a motor vehicle accident? And oftentimes you think of the basics, such as, well, you're supposed to stop, you're supposed to exchange your license and your insurance card. But generally what people mean when they ask that question is, well, am I supposed to move my cars? Am I supposed to do anything else in that regard? What am I supposed to tell the investigating officer? And so I want to address that briefly this morning. First, the South Carolina law is specific when it comes to if you should move your vehicles from the roadway. South Carolina Code of Laws is often referred to, and particularly in this instance, Title 56 has many sections, 3 or 4 sections, in fact, in regard to what to do in the event you're involved in an accident. Specifically, it starts off with South Carolina Code Section 56-5-1210, and it does state that all persons must stop if they've been involved in a motor vehicle accident. You should not leave the scene of the accident. You can leave the scene for a brief period if necessary to notify law enforcement. Of course, this code section was written before the time of cell phones, and so I think, quite frankly, it would be an odd case where someone would have to leave the scene of an accident, ever. That notwithstanding, you stop. Despite or contrary to popular knowledge, you can in fact move your vehicles from the roadway, and in fact some of the statutes say that you should move your vehicle from the roadway rather than obstruct traffic. Now, of course, there's some occasions where it may not be advisable. First, if it's not safe to do so. Second, if you can't. And third, to preserve evidence of the scene of the accident. In those cases where, however, one of those general rules, and those are my rules, not the Code of Law rules, are not applicable, then go ahead and move your vehicle. If in doubt, take photographs of the location of the vehicles at the time of impact. When determining fault or liability in an accident, it's always important to know the location of the vehicles within an intersection, how far one vehicle is to entering the intersection, how far a vehicle is from almost completing its turn, where exactly a vehicle is positioned, how it was angled, the point of impact, the point of contact. All those issues are important, so don't be ashamed to pull out your phone and take a picture of the location of the accident. Just get enough information to gather an idea of where the vehicles are within the intersection and to show the point of contact. So you can move your vehicles. It's advisable to move your vehicles if you can safely off the roadway. However, preserve evidence if it is necessary. The next issue that I want to speak to you about is one that's not addressed in the Code of Laws at all, but one that we always see insurance defense attorneys hammer our clients about in an attempt to hurt the claim. In 99% of all cases, the investigating officer will ask the person involved in the accident if you were injured. Now, in my opinion, that question is a relative question. Of course, if you're hurt is one thing, but if you're injured and need an ambulance is another thing. I find that when that question is asked at the scene of the accident, the people involved in the accident think that the officer means, are you hurt bad enough to call an ambulance? And so you say no. Well, what happens at depositions, these insurance defense lawyers will ask you, well, did the officer say you need an ambulance? Ask if you're injured, and you'll say, yeah, he did. And what'd you say? You'll say no. And so it makes it look like, well, golly, if you weren't hurt then, how are you hurt now? So, just be careful, or of course answer truthfully, but be cautious of the implications of that question. Generally at the scene, most folks think when asked, are you injured, it's not whether or not you're really injured or not, but whether or not you need an ambulance. So, the answer to give is yes, I'm injured and I need an ambulance, or either no, I'm not injured and no, I don't need an ambulance, or yes, I'm injured, but I don't need an ambulance. I'll take myself. So just keep that in mind in responding to those questions at the scene. And of course, if you have any other questions regarding a motor vehicle accident, feel free to contact me at the Finklea Law Firm at 317-4900. The area code is 843, number 317-4900, or by email, gfinkley@finkleylaw.com. or you can reach us through our website at finkleylaw.com. Over 50% of our business is personal injury cases, and we're more than glad to assist you, your friends, family, relatives, or neighbors if they have any questions or concerns regarding this matter. Thank you very much and have a great day.